Is today not a work day for you?
Nah, this whole week is like a straight string of federal holidays.
Uh,
They call it Golden Week. So there's 3 holidays that come in a row. And then this year they fall on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I took the Monday and Friday off.
yeah, I was going to say, I was like, what time do people in Japan go to work? Because isn't it like 10 a.m. right now?
Yeah. And since I'm not a programmer, I was allowed to take the days off.
They still got the programmers chained to the desk.
Actually, even out of all the programmers, there's only really like a core group that needs to be there right now.
Hey, this is Morris. I'm with Labor.
Yeah.
He's here to talk about the Tomorrow Children.
That's right. Fantastic new savior of the PlayStation 4. So.
And so Pixel Junk, a couple other more well-known stuff. They did Monsters for PS3.
It's difficult, man. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, it's hard. I couldn't do it.
I plan to get a stream going pretty soon. They're going to make me play on stream.
There's also Eden, which I did play a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Eden's really dope. Music on Eden's really dope.
Yeah, the dude that did the music for Eden, he just joined the company last month, like officially. So,
Oh, that's dope. Did he work on Tomorrow Children at all?
nah, he's mainly doing freelance stuff. Like his name is Bion. Like he worked with us on Eden and on 4 a.m., which is like this music visualizer that runs with the Move on PS3. And like he basically didn't have like an official like affiliation, but now he's with Q. So looking forward to that. It should make for some interesting collaborations.
Yeah, I was a real big fan of the music in Eden.
That's pretty dope.
And then the last thing that Q put out was Nom Nom Galaxy, which I think is on Steam now too, right?
Yeah, it was originally on Steam in early access, and then we released it on full access last year, and then also on PlayStation 4. So that was the first project that I was involved with Q.
All right, and so the big thing in the pipeline right now for you guys is the Tomorrow Children.
Right.
Which is that PS4 only?
Yeah, it's a PS4 exclusive. So we got, so a lot of people at Q have worked on some Sony stuff, like the duck in the bathtub tech demo from a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was our studio founder and president, Dylan. So they kind of got a history with Sony.
Yeah, because you got Q also did was the music visualizer.
Yeah, that's the 4 a.m.
Ah,
we did the regular music visualizer too.
And then Q also did like some PS3 like core system stuff, right?
Yeah.
Was that so for the PS3 stuff, was that the menu?
Yeah, the cross media bar and some of the other stuff involved too.
Okay. Hey, so Tomorrow Children, which I read up on a little bit before I took up the call. I heard a little bit about it. Like I saw the E3 announcement.
Yeah, it had E3 trailer, a couple smaller trailers. It's like at TGS, so it's still kind of unknown.
Yeah, because when the E3 announcement was made and they showed the trailer, it looks really unique. It has kind of a style of its own, and then it didn't really explain itself.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the problems we've been having, like from a PR standpoint, because it's very visually distinct, but the trailers don't do much to tell you about the actual gameplay. So to kind of explain the game overall, it's set in like the near future. There was an experiment in the 60s, Soviet experiment trying to create super communism by like combining everyone's minds together, making it so everyone could communicate telepathically almost. But the experiment backfired and it melted everyone completely together, like physically and mentally. So when you look at the game and you see that the ground is this white surface, like this kind of sterile looking white ground, that's actually everyone melted together.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy. So when you build stuff, like it's kind of formed out of that mass. So you have like the buildings that you build, and you also have monsters that you fight. They also kind of come out of that mass. So, like, it's not necessarily that everyone's dead, but they're in this kind of new form where you have the physical matter and then the combined consciousness all together.
Yeah, I did check out, I think, the very last stream you guys did. Mm-hmm. If you Google the Tomorrow Children, I think it's one of the top results.
Yeah, there's a couple on YouTube, a couple archives.
Yeah, like you were saying, when I saw it, the first thing that I thought was like, oh, it's kind of Minecraftian. Mm-hmm. You're controlling this character, and the segment I saw was on mining. Mm-hmm. The player was mining through, I think they referred to it as an island.
Yeah, so you have these islands, like places that pop up around the outskirts of your town, and you can go there to collect the resources that you need to build the buildings and facilities and stuff inside the town. So the islands also are kind of formed out of that collective consciousness. So there's a lot of different shapes, like probably some of the ones that everybody saw during the beta. There's like a face with bombs getting dropped on it. There's like sushi. There's a whale. There's like a battleship cut in half with scissors. So a lot of those, like our art team, they're pretty creative. So those are all their original designs. And you go inside the islands as the player. And basically, so the player is not actually human. You've got NPCs in the towns that are clones. And the player is what is called a projection clone. So this is an artificial life form created specifically to work inside that environment.
And so the projection clone, that's basically the player's avatar in game,
right?
Correct. How does customization work with the projection clone?
All right, so the base clone, like everyone has the same player model. There's a story reason for that, which will be revealed at some later point. But there are outfits that you can wear, and originally, kind of had a class system in place where what you wore, at least at the beginning, was related to what class you chose. Like, you had minor, like combatant, engineer type classes. And those are some of the beginning clothes that you start off with. And you can buy different outfits, like in-game, with in-game currency. And like right now, they don't have any effect on your stats or anything. We were considering it, so it may or may not come in at some later point. Because we didn't want anyone to feel like they'd be limited to what they could do, or kind of like forced into a role that they maybe didn't want to play later. So you can adjust the player's stats with points. Every time you level up, you get a point that you can put into there's 6 different stats. Even though I'd named them, I can't remember all the names right now. But there's like attack power, there's movement speed, there's work speed, stuff like that. And every time you do something, like mine or, kill a monster, build a building, repair a building, you get what's called toil, and that's what functions like your experience points. So every time you hit set level, you get your level up, and you can adjust yourself accordingly. And then the other kind of big mechanic related to the toil is there's a Ministry of Labor, and every time, well, not every time, but like after you've done, a significant amount of work, you go to the Ministry of Labor, and you get assessed. So depending on what you do in game, you get coupons, which are the in-game currency. So there's like an exchange rate on your toil, and that's what you use to buy the tools and stuff like that in game.
So the game itself, is there an end goal, or is this like just a sandbox type thing?
There is an end goal. I can't get into too many details on that right now. That's secret information.
And another question I had was, I saw the stream that you guys put out, and as you mentioned earlier, there's the clones. There's more than one walking around, and it seems like they're NPC.
So are you talking about the player clones, or just the people in the city?
The other people besides the player's avatar in game. So I wanted to ask if there was like an online component. Like, could you play alongside someone else, basically?
Yeah, the game is actually always online, and it's what they call asynchronous multiplayer. So, well, not asynchronous multiplayer. It's like a loose multiplayer. So you're not like forced to play with other people, but you are all playing in the same town. So basically, one town can hold like 50 people right now, 50 players, and some of the things that you do like will affect everyone in the town. For example, there's a voting system. You vote for the mayor of the town, and depending on who's the mayor, you get different bonuses to different kinds of things, like your toil coupons or your work speed, stuff like that, and that affects everyone. And then, like for example, if you mine some coal, like someone else who's in the town can pick that up and deposit it or use it however they want to. So pretty much all of the resources in the town are shared. And that's one of the important things about the game, is how to figure out, how you want to use those resources. Do you want to build turrets? Do you want to upgrade a building? Stuff like that.
And there's still no concrete release date?
No, I can't tell you. It's another secret piece of information.
Will we be hearing that soon, at least?
Soon, in the unclear sense of the word, soon. It's basically, I know, but I can't say. So,
all right, so Well Spoken doesn't get any exclusive news?
Not at this point. Until you guys become like, I don't know, Kotaku or Destructoid level or something. Have to. So
all right.
It's kind of one of the complicated things. Like, even though we're making the game here in Japan, it's basically like an international Sony collaboration thing. So gotta
make sure you keep that job.
Yeah. Yes. So I can buy more games.
Yeah, I recommend anyone who's listening, and if this sounds interesting, definitely go check out the videos, because we could talk about it all day, but you have to kind of see it to understand what the game's about.
And it's definitely one of those games where once you actually play it, you kind of understand it better. So stay on the lookout for more information, more opportunities to do so.
After seeing that video of you guys playing, I was way more interested than the initial trailer. Yeah,
and because we know like the kind of secret stuff you can do too, makes it more interesting. Like, a lot of people didn't know you could actually ride on some of the monsters. And one of my favorite things to do is take a jetpack on top of them and shoot them in the back of the head with the rocket launcher.
Well, we'll look forward to more info coming out on the Tomorrow Children.
Please do.
All right, thanks for coming through.
All right, thanks for having me on.
All right, man. Catch you later.
All right, see you later.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Make it quick so we can all go back to Overwatch.
Let me just say hello and then goodbye.
All right, this is episode 32 of So Well Spoken. On the front end of it, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it on the front end of me talking to Labor from Q Games. We talked about their game that's coming out, Tomorrow Children. So there we go. We got like 10 minutes already accounted for on this episode. So we just got to make it 50, then we can go back to Overwatch.
That's what's up. All right.
All right, the first topic, obviously, this is what every podcast is going to be talking about this week, or this month really, is Beyonce's Lemonade.
That shit dropped. It did.
So I take it both of you have seen Lemonade.
Yep.
We have. And in fact, he told me when it had dropped. I didn't know anything about it, coming at I guess nobody did really. And I was busy watching one of the NBA sort of playoff games. He was like, "Hey, what you know about this Lemonade video that just dropped?" It's nothing. I guess I'll check it out. It's on HBO. I'll check it out later. He's like, No. You got to watch it tonight because it will not be there tomorrow. So I stopped watching the playoff game, turned it on, and was glad I did. Whew. Fire.
Yep. It was just a fucking amazing thing, man. Black woman excellence on display. Just all in your face, and it was amazing.
What a great time for young black girls.
Yeah. because that was something they definitely needed, man. Because like there's really nothing out there that's empowering them. Like rap, the whole genre is like the complete opposite. And it's just like it was really good to see Beyonce do that. It's just like damn. And that visual, man, really just made all the songs that more powerful. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. Like I enjoy the music enough, but damn, yeah, the visuals on that thing is like next level stuff.
Yeah. Like I've never even cheated on a girl, but I felt like shit when I watched that. I was
scared. I was like, oh shit, did I do something?
Yeah, I was like, good God, I'm a horrible dude. Jesus Christ. And then like I read my Twitter timeline. I was like, man, I am trash, man. Like I'm a horrible black man. I got no excuse. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've never cheated on any woman before in my life. But I mean, I think that was something that was definitely needed for black women. And the thing is that even black men can take something. Honestly, anybody can take something away from that. It's just like when you look through Twitter and people reacting to it. Like I saw the same things repeatedly. You know, I saw men taking offense to it. You know, for various reasons. Like sometimes they got offended because, you know, how dare she empower black women, which was the weirdest thing I've ever seen somebody complain about. You know, you had some men complaining that she didn't make the music for them. I saw a lot of people complaining about that, to be honest, man. Everybody was complaining.
Man, guys need to shut the fuck up about that. There are hundreds of songs written for men from the perspective of someone who's been cheated on.
Exactly. It's like this was for black women. Like not everything has to cater to everybody, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It's like you don't need like. Beyonce doesn't need to speak for you, you know, Becky or Johns or whoever. Like this was targeted directly towards the most underrepresented and underappreciated group of women in America, and it's like
who Beyonce happens to be a part of.
It's like seeing people complain about it both on Twitter and on the news and media. It's just like you guys are fucking stupid, and it's just like get over it. Like it's not for you. Like not everything has to be for you or about you. Like this is theirs. Like they deserve it. This is like the least they deserve, in my opinion. Like, but I mean, it was great to see it, and like really awesome to see the reactions to it, mostly being positive, and like seeing those videos, those Vine videos, like little girls singing the songs and stuff like that. That was pretty dope to see as well. So I'm really glad that she did that. Because like Moris said, I'm not even a huge Beyonce fan, but honestly, I listened to every track on this album. I was like, this shit is good.
Yeah,
it's just straight up a good album. It's just good music.
Yeah.
Like, you can't appreciate that, then I mean,
kill yourself.
Yeah, like what the hell, man? And maybe because I'm so accustomed to things not catering towards me that I am able to enjoy things that aren't from my specific perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why a lot of white people are really uncomfortable. I say that with air quotes. It's because like they're used to everything being for them and catering to them. So they see, you know, this album and like they see the visuals and it's like there's only like one white person in the whole thing and like they're just like, oh my God, this is I'm confused, you know. And then when she dropped that Becky line, like, oh my God, white girls everywhere lost their shit. I'm just like, y'all been singing the Becky song by Ply since like 2009. Now all of a sudden it's a racial slur. Okay. Like, okay.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because Iggy Azalea brought up the complaint that she doesn't like being called Becky.
Oh God. I mean, she has a song in which she says Becky like 4 times. So like, what the fuck is she talking about? And she refers to it as the act of, you know, sucking some dick. So I'm like, what are you complaining about? You've literally used the word like 4 times in the song, and people linked the song to her, and it's just like she just ignored it, and I'm just like, don't give this girl no attention, man. Like she's clinging to relevancy because she's irrelevant. Like that's all it is.
What was fucked up was Nick Young coming out and calling her Becky.
Damn.
I'm like 50-50 on that because I laughed my ass off. Actually, no, I'm not 50-50. I thought it was funny because Becky's not a racial slur, so congratulations to Nick Young. But then he backed out because it's Nick Young.
Nick stays in the doghouse.
He does. And like Azalea Banks is, I don't want to talk about her, but she has something to say about it too. Mm-hmm. It's just like she was upset that Beyonce didn't do something that she didn't like. I don't know. Dude, it's Azalea Banks. Nobody cares about.
She didn't make any damn sense. It's not even worth talking about.
Yeah, just edit that out completely.
All right, so Lemonade drops on HBO, and it was a few days ago, where the rumor was going around that Jay-Z's writing an album to tell his side of the story.
Oh boy!
Listen to Jay-Z in 2006, bruh.
And he's gonna have his shit debut on Showtime.
I mean, honestly, nobody's jockeying for. I don't think anybody's jockeying for a Jay-Z album in 2016, let alone the one where he tries to explain why he cheated. Because like nothing he's going to say is going to.
No.
Yeah, like nothing he's going to say is going to make us like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that, Jay. Wow, yeah. I understand why you cheated now. They're going to be like, are you serious, B? Like,
yeah,
why didn't you just talk to him? Yeah, like. Just go be a family man, be like spend more time being a good husband and play with your damn daughter and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no one's checking for a Jay-Z album where he tries to explain why he cheated on Beyonce.
I mean, really, nobody is. It's like there's nothing that Jay-Z can say, in my opinion, that's gonna like excuse it or validate it. I'm like, I don't care if this dude said, I had cancer and this was the only way to cure it. Like.
Damn, but what if though, fam? But what if?
Yeah. How come he didn't tell Beyonce that?
That's a good point.
Yeah, see, there's nothing that he can say. Like, there's literally no argument he can make.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine what he would have to say for everyone to be like, all right, I get why you cheated on Beyonce.
Which begs the question, why would he do it in the first place? Or why not just
he shouldn't is the answer to that.
Yeah, he really shouldn't. Like, I honestly can't think of any reason why he would even, like, honestly, I can't think of the reason why any dude cheats, but I know the reasons, but I just think they're dumb. But there's nothing he can say as to why he did it that people are going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, Jay. My bad for, like, shitting on you on Twitter. Like, him speaking about it is probably going to make people more angry than just letting it pass.
Mm-hmm.
The album's going to be titled What Had Happened Was by Jay-Z.
100th Problem. Boy, Solange beat that ass up, though. We know why now.
Mm-hmm. But I must say, between the Super Bowl performance, which I almost sort of thought was sort of going to be the end of the black sort of empowerment angle that she had been pushing there to this video, it's been pretty exciting to see the reaction to people sort of realizing that Beyonce is black.
Yeah,
I must say that's been maybe the subtle treat that I have enjoyed throughout this whole ride.
I definitely
is
agree with that.
People seem to have maybe forgotten, and maybe that was in part, Beyonce's doing or whoever was doing her photography and, some of those things in the past where she seemed like she was getting lighter and lighter on us. And then she came out with the Black Panther hat on, and styling on people and letting everybody know that not only is she, yes, I black, but extremely proud of it and extremely supportive of the rest of her sisters who continue to struggle to this very day, with confidence and acceptance and everything else. So this has been great. It's been great to see.
Yeah, definitely. Man, when Formation came out, man, white America was shook as fuck. They didn't know what was going on.
This is a much softer approach than Formation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Formation came out, boy. They were like, what? Who is this? Like, this is way too black for me. I can't even repeat the words about my black friend trying to whip my behind. She came out saying Negro knows, and I was like, yep. Mm-hmm. White people are going to be so scared. And, like, you had the news networks like Fox and all those other fuckboys, talking about she is destroying racial relations. It's like, oh, okay. I guess.
So it's always the black people in a relationship that are destroying race relations.
Right? It's like, especially when they say shit like, they were so good prior. It's like, were they? Because if they were really as good as you say they were, things like this wouldn't have any effect on it one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, man, like every time a black person does something that's black empowering, people get in their feels and they're like, oh my God, the world's ending, America's ending. Like, what are we going to do? Mm-hmm. It's like, it's the same white scare that it's been for the last 300 and some odd years that they think we're going to rise up and just slaughter them all. Mm-hmm. It's like, nobody's checking for you dudes. We just don't give a fuck about you. Y'all just can't accept that. And like, they want to be oppressed so bad, man. Like, I've never seen people who want to be oppressed so bad, who have it so good but want to be oppressed so bad. It's like, why do you want to be oppressed? And it's like they'll tell you that, you know, making fun of like black names like Daquan and stuff like that isn't racist, but then you turn around and say Becky, and all of a sudden, like, oh my God, the world is ending. You just call me a racial slur. Oh my God, I'm oppressed. Like, no, you're not. Like, you're not getting denied jobs because your name is Rebecca. Like, nobody's looking at your resume, throwing them in the trash. You're not paying more for a new car. Like, please stop. But yeah, man, Lemonade was and still is amazing. Like, I do listen to it on a near daily basis, which is saying so much for me because the only other Beyonce songs I like are Naughty Girl, and I think that's really about it.
Hey, look, I just want to see Serena in some more videos. That's all.
Yeah, I think Serena's a national treasure, man. She used to be in every video.
Yes.
I don't even care what the song's about. It could be about, like, making my way downtown, whatever that one song is called. And she can twerk in that, too. Like, that'd be dope. Nora Jones, I think. Just play, you know, have her on the piano and then have Serena Williams on top of the piano twerking. Like, this video's now with 10 out of 10.
Really, there's probably been no better time for representation for black women than right now. Not that it's great, but it's probably the best it's ever been right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the last time I can think about it where it was like something that's like very blatant was Janet Jackson during, what was the name of that album? I never remember her album names. The one that Control is on. Like, that was pretty big for black women too. But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I can't really think of a time where it was like I can think of artists who, like, you know, were proud to be black, but it wasn't like in your face like Beyonce's doing. Like, I think,
and it's not like Beyonce is the artist right now.
Yeah, that too.
Like, she's the face of music right now, pretty much.
Queen, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you got Serena winning all the titles.
Yeah,
Michelle
true.
in the White House. Malaya going to Harvard.
And white people are losing their minds about that. Like,
is she? That's what's up.
She's going. She's taking a year off, so she's going to go in 2017. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, and white people were so upset about that too, talking about some legacy and privilege. I'm like, oh man,
ain't this some shit?
Like, you guys are one to talk. Like,
that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's like I'm seeing white dudes complaining about privilege. Like, really, a white straight male complaining about a black girl having privilege? Really? Like, come on, bro.
What a time to be alive, fam.
Right?
What a time.
If you white people are reading this, it's already too late.
That's another thing. Drake's album came out, and I know Angelus has not been enjoying it very much.
Well, that shit is hot garbage, B. Like, I have never heard such trite shit in my life, man.
I have, because I heard his last album.
Oh, damn.
Which is why I'm shocked. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a Drake album. It's all right. And then everyone's like, this is the worst shit. I was like, but it's Drake. It's what
honestly,
he does.
I don't think this is nearly. I don't think his last album nearly as bad as this one. This is horrible, man. Like,
I know that's what everyone's saying. Like, everyone is agreeing. Like, all music critics are like in that line where like this is the worst thing he's ever done.
It really is. Like, god damn.
But I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 songs I like, which is about as many as I liked off all his other albums.
I like Weston Road Flows, Grammys, and I think that's Hype, I guess, and that's really about it. That's all I can remember, basically.
You know what? Controller does it for me. I think that might be the one.
I've grown to love One Dance, not Controller, but
okay. Yeah, One Dance
took a while
cool
though. It took a while to really get to like that song.
I think you gotta be drunk to really appreciate One Dance.
Like,
you gotta actually have a bottle of Hennessy in your hand to enjoy that song.
Yeah, honestly,
to the fullest.
Yeah, honestly, Morris, your edit to it, I listen to that more than the real thing.
Dude, for real, man, it's so much better than the actual album.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a bad album. Like, the thing, like, one of my major problems with the album is Drake as a person. He's singing about the same shit he sung about when he was 22, you know? It's like, it's kind of weird to listen to a 29-year-old man talk about having control issues with women and not understanding how relationships work and shit like that. It's like, dude, when you were 20 and you were young, like, that's expected not to understand anything about a relationship, you know, how to maintain one, you know, understanding women and shit like that basic stuff. But, like, hearing a 29-year-old man talking about, you know, he wants this woman that he can control and shit like that, it just comes off creepy as fuck. You know, talking about, like, stalking them, basically. It's like, it wasn't for the fact that you're Drake.
Drake's just a shallow fucking person.
Yeah, it's like, if it wasn't for the fact that you're Drake saying this shit, like, you were famous and you're Drake and you got money, you got the looks, you would be the weirdest motherfucker ever be. Like, nobody, like, no chick would be jogging for that. It's like so weird. It's like you see so many male fans who like want to emulate that, and it's like, please no. Like, so you basically want to be a fuckboy, purposefully be a fuckboy. Like, why?
I mean, to compare him to another like one of his contemporaries, you look at Kendrick Lamar, and his first album was very deep.
Yeah,
Good Kid, Mad City, about his life as a adolescent. And then his next album was him contemplating his fame and like deeper issues that you would expect Drake to have to think about at some point as a grown ass man. But he doesn't broach those topics at all.
Yeah,
he stays in that weird, insecure.
There you go. That's the best way to describe it. That lane, like, he has never left it either. It's just like, dude, you got to grow up, man.
And that's a big part of why I liked If You're Reading This more than his other stuff, because it wasn't about that. It was just I'm rich, braggadocious type stuff.
Yeah.
That's easier for me, at least, to enjoy.
No, I can agree with you on that. I mean, honestly, I think that's like a good blueprint. Like, if you have nothing to talk about, like, of substance, just fall back to being braggadocious. Like, that shit never goes out of style. And, like,
it's always cool.
Yeah, it's always cool. But, like, being a 29-year-old man talking about stalking your women and calling them 10 years later after you've broken up, it's like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Well, you know, maybe it's the Justin Bieber theory. You know, maybe, you know, he has a very specific audience for his very, very particular style for his major albums, which is a sort of insecure.
I think that was true early on for him, where he was tapping into a market that was mostly like late high school, early college kids, and then he just didn't reach it because everyone listens to Drake. Yeah. At this point, like, I don't even like Drake, and every time he puts out an album, I listen to it. So he has everyone's ears, so he could do something crazy. Like, he could really take risks as an artist, but he's just not.
Yeah, there has been no growth. And the crazy thing is like, you listen to the album, you know, like 40, you know, his main producer, you can hear the growth from 40's first produced track.
For sure.
What he's put in there. And then you, like, compare it to Drake, and it's like, it's the same 19-year-old kid with the wheelchair from freaking Degrassi. Like, it's like, you know, people, like, it's just sad to me because it's like, the dude's got, like, I will never take this away from him. He's got talent, you know, he's a very talented dude, but it's just like, his content is just like, oh my God, man, like, I can't relate to this shit no more and be like, I understand how relationships work. Like, I understand this shit now. So you talking about you still don't understand as a damn near 30-year-old man. It's just like, nah, I can't.
There's like this push for like the Black Pride movement seems to be coming back in mainstream with like Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar. And I think he has an interesting perspective on it, being first, he's Canadian. He's half white. He grew up like away from his father. Like, there's things there that could be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, his life has things to it that I don't know anything about that I would enjoy knowing more about. But it doesn't seem like he has either doesn't want to or just can't convey them in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I mean, and that part is really crazy because, I mean, this is why I think that Take Care was like probably his best album, because, I mean, he does talk about those things in Take Care. Like, he talked about his mom, you know, smoking cigarettes and how that was destroying her, and she was too weak to get up and go out.
Yeah.
and how he had to start providing for her. And, he even talks about, he doesn't, he doesn't get to see his father much, like boo-hoo, sad story, Black American dad story. Like, he was talking about those things, and like, now he's just like, yeah, I suck with women again still. Like, okay, cool, man.
It's true. And it was interesting, even in the music videos from the Take Care album, he featured a lot of, that's the other side of his family. And that experience he had, I believe he had a, what is the Jewish birthday celebration?
The bar mitzvah?
Yeah, he had a video with the bar mitzvah, if I recall correctly, with Lil Wayne and some of his other friends and some of his other videos from that album, that were not Black. And, so it was like an opportunity to sort of see a little bit into, his upbringing, his growing up. But yeah, it would be nice to see and hear more, of that, in his actual lyrics instead of sort of the shallow vapidness that we get these days.
All right, so in summation, Beyonce's dope. Drake needs to try again.
Yes.
I mean, if you think about it, though, like, this was a really good year for like Black artists, honestly. I mean, Rihanna came out with Auntie.
Yeah.
Kanye came out with, I forgot the name of the damn title. Shit.
Life of Pablo.
There you go. I was going to say The Last Pablo for some reason. I don't know. But yeah.
That would have been a dope title, too. I think I like that better than the actual title.
Like, had all these amazing albums. Honestly, like I said, despite the fact that I'm not the hugest Drake fan, I actually did have semi-high hopes for this. I was like, I feel like he's going to like just elevate, not the game per se, but he's going to elevate his lane and like make his lane wider. I was like, he's about to just do it. And then like as the album started drawing near, I was like I started listening to the singles. I was just like, all right, so basically this dude's going to sing on like 90% of the tracks. Fuck. And then the album came out and he was singing on 95% of the tracks. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because, like, the first single he dropped, Summer 16, I was like, if that's the direction he's going in, all right, this might be a pretty dope album. Like, this feels like it might be, if you're reading this is already too late, part 2.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't even on the album. I was just like, well, this album's going to be trash.
Well, we have another album, I believe, coming this summer with him and Kanye.
Oh, they did say something like that, didn't they?
I believe I heard something like that. Maybe
I know Kanye's coming out with TurboGrafx 16.
All right. Well, maybe I misheard. Then I was under the impression that
I don't want Drake anywhere near it.
It'll
be so, because like the juxtaposition will be too weird. Because like Kanye, number one, he's married. He's got a stable relationship, and like I don't want to hear Drake talking about some I suck at getting girls while this dude's talking about he's married and he loves his wife. Like I don't think I can take that, yo. I mean, like honestly, I've seen more growth from Future than I've seen from Drake.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's something to continually looking to innovate and not being on top that I think may be affecting Drake a bit. Maybe when he was still trying to get to the top of the game, if you will. Maybe his tendency to try new things may have been a little stronger. Mm-hmm. Whereas now that he's sort of sitting up there, maybe a certain amount of complacency or comfort with a particular style has sort of taken over his camp. Now his production quality, I mean, will continue to be nearly unmatched, really. But whether the lyrics ever elevate or not, this we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I had nothing to add to that. I mean, I think that's the thing that a lot of rap artists especially go through. Is like once they get to the top and like they're running the game, they don't really try to push anymore. Like they're no longer hungry because it's like I've got everything that I want. Who do I have to prove anything to?
Yeah. And
so you get that complacency, as you said. It's I don't know, like I said, hopefully like Drake. I don't know. I don't. There's anything that's really going to change it for me because I mean this album sold very well, so it's like he doesn't have, I guess for lack of a better word, anybody really telling him like, yo, shit was mad whack, yo. Well, he's got all the reviews, but I don't know how much stock he takes into reviews.
Right.
Probably a lot.
You think so?
He's a pretty emotional dude. Yeah,
he is sensitive, isn't he?
He's very sensitive, so he probably cried when he read the very first one.
I hope so. I hope he got so upset that he started recording like that night.
Honestly, it wouldn't shock me though, because remember when Obama said that he liked Kendrick better than Drake? Drake took that to heart too. It's like, you're not even American, dude. Shut the hell up.
I hope. Speaking of, does K-Dad have an album coming out this year?
Say what?
That we know of? Another one? Does he have like a full album coming out, Kendrick?
I have no clue. It would be dope.
Well, he put out Untitled Unmastered already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty
the
good
B-sides.
too, which was amazing.
So, but,
I didn't expect it to be that good. I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude is consistent as fuck.
Yeah, no, number 7 stays on my on my playlist.
Levitate, dude.
I have the vinyl coming
Oh, really? Damn.
at the end of this month.
Yeah,
Signed vinyl.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my sign too. Also, they're coming this month.
Yeah, at the end of this month, I think.
Okay. For a while, I thought maybe it was a scam or something. I was like, well, oh well.
Well, Top Dog is kind of shady like that.
But I mean, like, all this good music's coming out. It's really amazing to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hope the trend, like you said, I hope the trend of Black empowerment continues. And honestly, I doubt this will ever happen because of the way of the industry, but I hope that we start seeing, we start getting more people of color, like, recording music. Obviously, they do record music, but I mean, like, blowing up. Like, I can't remember the last Asian artist that blew up. Like, the only one I can remember who didn't really blow up, she just kind of, like, poofed, was Coco Lee back in, like, the 90s. She was an R&B singer. Her first album went platinum, but, like, nobody and their mom knows who she is.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that such an artist would be native born? Or you think they get imported from someplace like Korea, where they're big or something?
Native born.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they've tried with Korean artists, tried to bring them over here. It just never works because our sounds...
10 years behind.
Yeah, our sounds are just too different at this point. Like,
yeah.
I feel that, like, Korea's, like, in early 2000s, to mid 2000s.
It's about to get jumping over there in, like, 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
So it's like... Yeah, like, there's still that pop phase, and it's like we've kind of basically moved on from that shit altogether. Like,
they're about to hit that G Unit phase in a couple of years.
Hey.
There was this one video I saw. Some like Korean boy group was performing, and one of the dudes was like spitting lyrics. I shouldn't say spitting because that's an insult to real people, but real artists. But he's like, he said, I cannot remember the words. Something like pull up with the Mac and like I was like, bro, what are you talking about? You guys don't have guns over there. Like, come on.
You're right.
Like, come on. You're not going to pull up with no Mac, and you're not going to do nothing with that.
MacBook, maybe.
Damn.
But yeah, like, I think they're getting into that phase. I mean, yeah, like, they're getting out of the pop and starting to get into the R&B, but it's still kind of pop-ish, I think. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert on Korean pop music, and Slay's not here. So again, we'll never know. You might as well just change the thing to just say Angelus, Dreams, and Moris.
And DY is still on there, and he hasn't been on an episode yet.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean,
fam, you know what though? If North Korea ever gets liberated, they gonna have some hardcore ass rap, my nigga.
Yeah, they can really talk and talk.
Shit.
They've seen some shit. Like, oh my god. They gonna make American rap sound so tame.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you sell crack? Like, oh, that's a big deal. Like, I just saw somebody get blown to bits. Got tortured. We ate rats. Literally.
Yeah, that's next level.
I'm not ready for North Korean gangster rap, I don't think.
I'd be scared as fuck. Like, yo, this is... Like, god damn. Like, I'd rather live in Compton. I'd rather live in Watts. They savages out there in North Korea. Mm-hmm. Y'all keep talking about Chirac. Yeah, like, I would love to see more diversity in our music. Pop music, popular music, I should say. Like,
yeah.
Like, 'cause I mean, there are Latino artists that I think could blow up because they make some really good stuff in Spanish, but it's like, can they translate it to English?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I notice a lot is with many artists from like other countries, they might make something that's really amazing in their native country, like, a really good R&B album.
Yeah.
But when they get to the U.S., they try to make like a completely different genre, and it's just like, what are you doing? Just stick to what you did over there, over here. Like, don't try to go rock. Don't try to do all this weird stuff. Like, just do you. Like, be real.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, how did Pitbull get featured on like every song the past couple years?
Dude, I have no clue.
Like, he blew up in a crazy way,
Yeah, he
where
really
he
did.
could show up at fucking any event and he would have a song appropriate for said event. Like, he could show up to the Country Music Awards and he probably has a song in the catalog for that.
And it's Dale, man. They're like, oh my god, I need that word in my. I need that.
Wearing
in
that
my
damn
track
too tight of a suit.
every time. But yeah, I mean, Pitbull had a really amazing run.
Yeah, I wonder if there will ever be like a debriefing on how he sort of came into such fame and then stayed there in that spotlight for so long.
Dude, I remember watching, like, on VH1, they were talking about him, like, a while back. And he was on the set of some, like, DMX affiliated artist's video shoot. And he was, like, begging to like, have a freestyle battle with him.
Fascinating.
And
now he's selling Bud Light.
Yeah, right. And the crazy thing is like when he first came out, he was like this hardcore rapper, and now he's got like this bubblegum pop rap, and it's just like, bro, what? Him and Flow Rider, man, like, what the fuck?
Him too.
Dude, Flow Rider's got the white mom market on lock.
Does he?
Yeah, and I don't understand like that one damn song Low. Like ever since that,
right.
he started making more of those, and they're just like, this guy's great.
He just gets that latest techno song, just raps over it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd do it too.
Hasn't failed him yet.
I hear that.
Like, I'm not trying to be on top of the rap world. I'm just trying to make money.
That's funny because I kind of respect Flo Rida and Pitbull more than I do like someone like Meek Mill.
I thought you were gonna say Drake. Yeah. I was like, God damn, dude.
No, because like they both know what they're doing. Like they're not making music for me anymore.
Yeah. And it's clear they're not trying, right?
Yeah. They know their lane. They're like, I have
Pitbull
no...
was on Ellen. Like,
So they're following the Nelly playbook.
Yeah, basically. I mean, because honestly, if you're not Drake, man, your run's not going to be that fucking long.
True.
It feels like anyway. I'm not going to say it isn't, but that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Because like Drake, he's been in the game since like 2000. He put out his first album like 2009, and he's still like massively popular with no Wayne and his no pun intended, no Wayne and his popularity is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially considering the fact that his mentor Wayne is like irrelevant now. I mean,
no, and is that a self-imposed irrelevancy, or is he still making music and failing?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a mixture of both. That and the fact that apparently Baby won't put out his album. So I mean,
last to find out that Baby owns the cars.
It's like that again.
Hey man, you gotta put some respect on it. Yeah, man, like Birdman. Apparently, he's the reason why Wayne can't put out Carter 5, and so.
Wow. So between Birdman and my guy, what's his name? That was repressing the One Young Lady's album. Shucks, I'm trying to remember his name now. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Which lady?
Oh.
One person I can remember. Only female rapper I can think of is Nicki.
Let me see. It was I just remember it was a dispute with Sony. Or she was like a
Kesha.
Yeah, Kesha.
Yeah, Kesha.
That's her.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, basically. I mean, the thing is, like, I really don't know Kesha's. I know why she can't put out music and what's going on with her, but like as far as like Wayne goes, like his last album, Carter 4, went freaking like 2 or 3 times platinum. Like that doesn't happen anymore. So it's like, why would you not capitalize on the success of Carter 3 and 4 and let him put out Carter 5? You know, it's like his other albums don't sell that well, but his Carter series does very well. So it's just like, why would you block that? Like, you know something's really fucked up when Big Sean can put out album after album. And you can't, like... Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Big Sean. I'm actually starting to appreciate him, or respect him, I should say. So, But yeah, man, the music industry is pretty shady.
Oh, another thing that happened recently was the correspondence dinner at the White House.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, white people in their feelings.
Just in them, just swimming in them, man.
Just like a reoccurring theme. They just really feel offended about everything. Like, they really want to be oppressed so bad. It's ridiculous to watch.
Yeah, so Larry Wilmore dropped an N-bomb at the end of his speech, and it got people riled up more than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. I saw that coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, he did that? But then, I went on living my life. And then you hop on Twitter, and then there's videos of all these news correspondents saying that he went too far.
Oh, boy.
And that the word was disrespectful.
Oh, boy.
The word that they probably utter every day when they're sitting at dinner. I'm like, they're offended by the word. Like, you're not even black, though. Like, you just get mad because you can't say it. Mm-hmm. But suddenly you're really offended by that. Like, he wasn't even talking to you. He said Obama. And that's no worse than what y'all call him all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone summarized it really well. These news correspondents are more upset about one word being uttered that they perceive as racist rather than all the systemic racism going on that they're not reporting on the news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, there's a reason that word has power.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they rather get upset that it was said on TV.
Yeah, I've I feel like to a great degree I've given up on hoping that certain communities understand or get it at some point. I know that they're not. So, it is what it is. I am pleased that my man felt empowered enough to say it. I enjoyed it. I know it was for Barry. It was for all of us, I think. And yeah, my nigga made it.
I don't get how non-black people have like such strong feelings about it. I almost feel liberated that I don't have to think about this because I just like I shouldn't say it, and that's about as much as I ever have to think about it. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be called it. I don't have very strong emotional ties personally to the usage of the word. Like, I'm not dying to use it. So it's just one thing I could, not have on my mind. Mm-hmm. But it seems like some people who get really upset about it being used, I'm like, you got to be thinking about this a whole lot to be this riled up.
Yeah, honestly, the whole concept is weird to me. It's like, because like if you think about it, right, within the the gay and lesbian community, the word faggot and faggots use a lot, and it's like that's something that they can use. You can't use that. Like, I've never wanted to go around and say it. So this is like, like, I don't understand how people want to, like, why they draw so much anger at the fact that some people can say some words and they discourage others from saying those words. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I have gay friends, and at no point have I ever wanted to utter, either word to them. It's like, it's something that I don't think about. Like, I can't use it. I don't really care. Like, that's where it begins and ends. Like, okay, well, but for like people in niggas, like, oh my God, like, I really need to say this. I feel like that's what they're like, I really need to say this word to express how I feel. And it's like, no, you don't need to use that word to express how you feel. And it's just like, I think the problem is like for like a lot of people, especially, in vast majority cases, white America, they're not used to not being able to do something. Like, no time in history have they not been able to do something. Like, everything is on limits to them. It's like, which is why they get so upset and angry when other people get rights, because in order for those people to get rights in their minds, something has to be taken away from them, even though that's not even really it at all. Voting rights for women, like, a lot of white men were just very upset about that. Like, oh my God, no, we can't do that because, insert a bunch of nonsense. Or, women's suffrage and being able to divorce, that was met with like so much anger because it's like, oh no, if they can do that, they're going to leave us or something like that, or they're going to take away our powers, they're going to take our jobs, which is a reoccurring theme within itself. The idea that by giving people equal rights, their jobs or whatever, or livelihoods is at stake. And it's like, it never is. And it's like, but well, it is actually, because you keep voting to try to fuck these people over that just end up fucking you the most. You just don't know it yet. But yeah, like back to the word and the usage, is just like I said, like, you know, women, they call each other bitches as terms of endearment sometimes. I don't call women bitches. And I have no desire to. And this is like I said, I can't really understand the mentality of people like who believe and feel that with all their heart and passion, that they need to be able to say, you know, certain words, or like they're not complete or something. I don't know what it is, but it's always crazy to see, you know, a certain segment of America get really in their feels about the N-word and just how it's unfair that they can't say it. And it's just like, nobody's actually stopping you from saying it. It's just, if you get your ass beat, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Obama only has a few months left in office.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
He needs to get the ball moving on this whole white slavery thing that people kept talking about.
Yeah, that was a thing back in 2008 too. That shit was so weird to read. I was like, man, white people are just perpetually in a state of fear of everybody else. Like,
yeah, man.
How can you live like that though? Like, God, that's gotta be the worst. Like, every day you wake up, you're scared that somebody of color is going to destroy your very way of life. And it's like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, no other group of people actually give a fuck about you. Like, literally, nobody cares about you. We just want to be left alone and given our equal rights and do rights. And it's like, the reason why we keep bitching at y'all is because you keep denying us those. Like, if you just gave them away, like, we'd leave you the fuck alone.
If you're a white person and you could hear this right now, you're probably all right until the end of your lifetime. You
really are. Like, all the crap that you're listening to Republican, you know, mouthpieces say about, you know, they're going to kill us and enslave us, we're not doing any of that. It should be painstakingly obvious by this point, considering the fact that we've had 300 plus years to do it, and we haven't yet. Like,
yeah,
we just want you to shut the fuck up and leave us alone.
But keep denying us these rights, goddammit. Keep doing it.
Will.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, you keep denying us these rights, and don't be surprised if one day people of color just unite and just destroy.
We're like 40, 50 years away from a potential Hispanic majority in America.
Do it, Hispanics. Do it. Damn it.
Unless we get that wall built. You know, we got to keep out those Mexicans who take all the jobs.
Oh, it's already too late. Like, LA's like 50-something% Hispanic.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know,
too bad. Unfortunately, you guys were not blamed for Prop 8. Still amazing how that went down. Like,
that is weird.
It is, because like we were only 7% of the vote, but yet apparently we were the ones who stopped it. I was just like, "Are y'all serious? Does nobody do math anymore?" But I mean, black people have always been the scapegoats for all of America's woes and problems.
Yeah, you're the reason why we don't got Bernie as president right now.
That's very true, you know. Damn, we kept voting. We didn't know what was best for us, man. How dare we?
Yeah. Hey, Angelus, how good is your Spanish?
It's not that good.
And will you be tightening it up in the future?
I want to, honestly. Like, I want to get like native level fluent one day.
I agree.
Like, I think it's a really amazing language. It's just, honestly, I'm fucking lazy, man.
Yeah.
I am the laziest dude when it comes to learning new languages, man. It's just like, I get to a point where like I really get into it, and like it goes on for like months and months, and then one day I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm done, and then it just wanes.
I think for me, and I also struggle with it, and part is laziness, but I think for me, I'm one of those people that really needs to sort of be surrounded by something like that. Like the moment that I can go back to just reading in English and writing in English and thinking in English and watching, being entertained in English is the moment it starts to flutter away, you know?
Yeah. That is a huge thing for me as well. I mean, there was a time like where I put my Windows in Spanish, for my phone in Spanish. I was downloading TV shows, Spanish subtitles, but it's like they were speaking in English, so it's like that didn't really help. And it's like I don't want to watch Spanish shows because I hate freaking Spanish soap operas so much. Like telenovelas are like the worst things ever.
Like telenovelas. Damn.
No, man, I can't stand telenovelas, man. They're so bad. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't, dude. So like that's a major problem. It's like every once in a while, like I can find like a TV show that I've watched that was in English that has like a Spanish dubbing, but it's like they're hard to find. So it's like there's not enough to immerse me in the language.
Okay.
And like you said, like I can always go back to English. Like literally, I turn around and like everything's back in English. So it's like it's the worst. Like honestly, like one day, like if I had money and money wasn't an option for me, I would probably move to a Spanish-speaking country just to immerse myself in the language.
Yeah. My stepmother is she's Spanish. She's Mexican, and so we know all about the telenovelas, Univision. So I probably need to spend more time with her, getting some of these things together, because it really is. It's pretty clear that even if it doesn't become a necessity, it'll be pretty close to being able to effectively communicate and do business.
Yeah,
if for no other
it's always
reason,
a leg up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, speaking of Mexico, Cinco de Mayo today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Forgot all about it.
Cinco de Mayo, the freaking day where white people who normally hate Mexicans dress up in racist caricatures and drink beer and eat tacos, and they think that they're celebrating. And it's like, you guys are fucking idiots. And for some reason, so many Americans think that it's about the fucking Mexican Independence Day. It's like, oh my God, I hate you so much. It's like, it's not fucking Mexico's Independence Day, you assholes. It's the fucking victory over the French, the Battle of the Puebla.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about Cinco de Mayo.
They really don't. They just want to get them to get drunk.
It's not even like St. Patrick's Day for Mexicans. It's much less significant than that.
Is that right?
Like in Mexico, you won't see a celebration for it anywhere unless you're in Puebla.
Oh, okay.
Like it's that city is proud of it.
That's
Everyone else doesn't really have a connection to it.
But somehow it became like this huge thing in America. It's like, so you guys are celebrating Mexicans whipping your ass. Well, not Americans, but white people's ass. It's like, okay. And then you go back the next day talking about something, let's build a wall. Like, okay.
So it's sort of like the Mexican version of Sweetest Day?
The who day?
Aha. I guess it is then. So,
what day is that?
Sweetest Day is essentially look it up. It's essentially sweetest. Yeah, it's essentially a manufactured holiday created by, I want to say, Hallmark. And it's a thing. It's like a big thing in the Midwest. And like not anywhere else. Nobody's even heard of it. But in that particular area, it's almost like the reverse of Valentine's Day. Like the women take the guys out and that kind of thing.
I mean, how come this isn't everywhere?
Yeah.
This sounds kind of dope.
I don't know. But it is a thing that we did in the Midwest, for sure.
Wow, this is crazy. I've never known this.
Yeah, I've learned something today.
Dreams dropping the knowledge.
Glad to be of
service. Look at that. Damn. So yeah, Cinco de Mayo is basically like Sweetest Day. Like,
well, except it's based on something that happened.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, it's basically local to one region, but yet... Wait, no, it's nothing like Sweetest Day because no other country celebrates it, Dreams.
Oh, that's a good point.
America, like, Cinco de Mayo is like 50 states wide, and like, you can walk up to anybody and like, so what is Cinco de Mayo about? They're like, Mexican independence, bro. I'm like, it's okay. You try it though.
I mean, for the longest time, that's what I thought, not Mexican. And then my dad's like, nah, it's just it's not, I'm like, he wouldn't even explain it to me. He's like, no, it's not that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just that one day where white people are aware that there are other people in America other than them. So I mean,
that's a big reason why the Hispanic community kind of just lets it roll.
Yeah, I could imagine so, yeah.
It's like, yeah, we get some Santana on the radio for one day out of the year.
But don't get comfortable with white people. There will be no black Cinco de Mayo. Like, y'all will not do that. We will come down on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, like, I've never liked the holiday. I don't celebrate the holiday. I don't do any of that shit because number one is like it's insulting to be dressing up in some fucking racist caricature, and like number two, it's just like I was not at the Battle of Puebla. Like I have no connection to the Battle of Puebla. Like it has no connection to America at all. So it's just like why would I celebrate it? Like hell, like the Mexicans that I know, they don't celebrate it. I'm like, no, why would I celebrate it? Like,
For real, the only people I know who celebrate it are white people.
Yeah, it's like my one Mexican friend, like she's from Mexico City. She's like, why the fuck would I celebrate? I'm not from Puebla. I'm like, And she's like, every year, white people are like, oh my God, happy Independence Day. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It just has too much momentum.
It really does. Like, it can't be stopped, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your perspective. But yeah, man. Beyonce, Drake, Cinco de Mayo.
Mother's Day is on Sunday.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Did you get your cards in the mail, fellas?
Oh,
hell.
I'm so I hate
It's Sunday.
Dude,
We
I
got a
hate
few days
shopping
left.
for my mom, man. It's just like the worst. I can't.
I'm just taking my mom out to dinner.
That's sweet. I'm gonna wing it.
Doesn't your mother deserve more than you winging it, Angelus?
She definitely does, but it's like trying to figure out, something that she likes or even needs or wants. It's like, dude, it's fucking impossible, man. I try, and it's just like she always was like, oh, thank you. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm done. Like, it's too much. But I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna. I have no clue. We'll see. I'll let you know next podcast what I did.
Nice.
But yeah, man, tomorrow's Civil War, man.
Black Panther Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
The official title
That is the official
that it will
title.
be referenced as on So Well Spoken.
Yeah. I don't
Black
know.
Panther Civil War.
That's right. I'm so hyped right now. You have no clue, man. Like I was supposed to go tonight, but I was like, we're gonna go tomorrow. So trying to contain.
I wound up getting my tickets for Saturday so that I could sit front and center. Well, not front and center, but in the center where I wanted to be.
Say, damn.
So yeah, but I'm also pretty excited about his debut.
I'm going to this drive-in theater.
A drive? What? Oh, you really
man.
a drive-in?
Yeah, it's just gonna be so dope, man. Like I love this place so much. They sell hamburgers, popcorn, cotton candy. Bruh, like, you don't understand. The thing is funny is, like, I was going to take this young woman. It was supposed to be a surprise, but, like, she's like, when are we going? When are we going? I was like, fuck. And so she's like, we need to go Thursday. So I'm like, oh, my God, now I got to tell her that I'm taking her to the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you ruined it. You fucking ruined it. I was, like, trying to avoid telling her. I was like, we should go Friday. No, we need to go Thursday. Tickets are still on sale. I'm going to go buy them. I was like, no, don't do that. Don't get the tickets. Fuck it, we're gonna go Friday. Why? That's fun to take you to a drive-in theater.
That's dope. I think I've seen one drive-in theater down here as well, in this area. But outside of that, I haven't really seen many like anywhere. So that's really cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah, they're really like the one that we're gonna go to. I really like it. Like, there's ample parking. Like. And the audio comes through the radio, so like you don't got to worry about getting a little stupid fucking thingy.
Oh, it's like a Bluetooth thing, or you tune into a radio station, specific station?
Yeah,
It's a radio
it's
station.
frequency based.
That's hot.
So I'm like, dude, man, Black Panther's about to be so lit. So I gotta go like wash my car windows and shit.
It's a good excuse to wash the car, man. That's what's up.
Well, I mean, I washed the car last weekend, but it's like I realized that my the inside windshield, the inside portion is still pretty dirty, so I'm gonna hit that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need maximum clarity to see T'Challa put hands on people, man. Like I want nothing blocking, obscuring my view of the Black Panther whooping these dudes' ass. Like, it's important to me.
How long you been waiting on this, fam? How long you been waiting?
Man, so long, man. You have no clue.
Since the Comic-Con debut? Was it Comic-Con? I believe it was, right? When they announced
San Diego
it.
Comic-Con. Yeah. Chad Boswick walked out. I was like, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Can't wait. I'm so close now. I might even cry tomorrow, B. Like, I've only cried for a few things in the last couple of weeks. One was those girls crying about black men who don't want them, which wrecked me. Mm-hmm. This will be the other thing that wrecks me. Like, oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Might have to grab her like, yo, we got to go watch it again. So we're just going to sit in the car.
That'll be dope.
Oh,
Oh, and we're on Google Play now.
That's right.
For anyone who listens on Android devices. So that's dope.
Yep. All 16 of y'all.
Moving on up.
You 16 poor souls with your... You can now subscribe through Google.
With your Android devices. So I think that we've recorded enough and we should play Overwatch.
And go to the website, sowellspoken.com. Subscribe on iTunes and Google if that's what your life has led you to.
Go to Blizzard's website and boycott them for making Lucio like the most stereotypical character ever.
But be sure to appreciate them for Namumba, because that map is amazing.
Yeah, that's a very good
Go
map.
on BattleNet. I'm on BattleNet Moris 1209.
I don't know my number.
Play some Overwatch.
I don't know my number, so you'll never find me.
Well, thanks to Labor for talking about Tomorrow Children with me.
Please buy that game when it comes out. Whenever it comes out.
They don't have a release date yet. I'll make sure to mention it when it gets an actual firm release date.
A forewarning: there are no people of color in this game.
He said that it's potentially.
It's not
potentially
gonna happen.
maybe.
We're not going to have it because they're going to make some excuse like they always do. Oh, let's take.
We just got to keep pressuring Labor. You got to pressure Labor. He'll put the pressure on them,
and he'll get fired because he's the only black person there.
Damn.
Yo, Labor has a Hispanic ass name.
What is his name?
His name's
Oh, okay then.
He has a Cinco de Mayo ass name.
Well then. Damn sure does.
Oh shit.
So shout out to Labor for...
They were probably so confused in the resume.
Thanks to Labor for putting on for all the black Hispanics in Japan.
All 5 of y'all. Oh shit. But
yeah, I think we're good. We're gonna go play Overwatch.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Yep.